because everyone talks a big game, but until you start actually being in the communities and helping the culture in the communities and infiltrating with it and being a part of it, I think that's really important for people to do.
So do you think these communities are not able to help themselves? Why do they need other people to come in and help them? And a lot of these rioters and looters, they don't even care who George Floyd is. They just want to riot and loot.
Well, that's probably because of China virus.
Oh, man, it's all part of the plan, you know? It's all part of the plan to make them look bad.
White privilege is definitely a thing in this country. And
well, can you explain that? Because I hear that a lot. How is white privilege stopping people from reaching their goals or, you know, doing well in life? So how do you feel about all the rioting and the looting going on in certain places in the country right now?
Oh, man, that's a tough question. Anytime people get angry, there's a reason for them to get violent. In this particular case, I think that everything is all staged. It's all set up by the mainstream media. If you guys watch a movie produced by Willie Weaver that just came out yesterday that she got arrested for, it lays out the whole plan that came out when Obama was in office about all controlling the people with technology and stuff like that. Millie Weaver, the thing is called Shadowgate, I believe.
I think it's disgusting. One, whenever they were writing for George Floyd, they were just making him look bad. I'm like, the guy's dead. You could at least honor him by, I don't know, putting like a memorial. But when you riot and destroy someone's building and like destroy someone's life in honor of a dead person, you're really ruining that dead person's name. It was like really, you're just ruining his name. It's really disrespectful.
Yeah, a lot of people have even forgotten about George Floyd. And a lot of these rioters and looters, they don't even care who George Floyd is. They just want to riot and loot.
Well, that's probably because of China virus, lots of buildings, like lots of businesses had to close, and now they're looting like to eat because they're starving. Because Democrats, they want to close this down, they want to close that down. People got food on the table, they're starving. George Floyd was a perfect excuse for them to break into a Gucci store, steal some belts, a purse, and then sell it. And they're just using an excuse, yeah.
I don't agree with the rioting and looting. It's very destructive, but I understand the anger and the frustration. Historically, you know, the black community being mistreated and a lot of white privilege and titleists, you know, being insensitive to that. So I can definitely understand where they're coming from. I just don't agree with destruction and like destroying stuff, but I get where they're coming from.
Yeah, so do you think it's justified or they should be punished for destroying someone else's property? What do you think?
They should definitely be punished for destroying someone else's property. But you can't say it's all of the protesters. It's just a few people. I also think it's planned by, you know, other people, like stuff funded by George Soros and stuff like that. So there's definitely some type of conspiracy behind it where they're doing it on purpose to make it look like the Black Lives Matter movement is responsible. But I don't think they are. It's I think it's all set up for them to get blamed on it.
Yeah, a lot of these mayors and governors of these places, you know, Trump wants to send in help to shut it down, and they're saying, no, we don't need your help. Obviously, you know, they don't have it under control. What would you tell these mayors and governors?
Well, how about you look at this? You could look at these rioters. They're burning American flags. They're basically like like jihadists, right? They're going around burning flags. I'm like, do you really want this garbage in your city? And you know, whenever they deny help, it's just stupid. Help is help. He's helping you getting rid of them. He brought in the NRA. People that have the right to own guns to protect themselves. He brings the National Guard. The National Guard, they came in and they helped a lot. God bless them. Okay.
Yeah, so if you were president, what would you do?
If I was president, I'd bring in the National Guard again. And I'd bring him back. I'd bring him back and I'd bring him up 10 times stronger to keep everybody calm.
For sure. Anything you want to add?
God bless America, and all businesses are essential.
Trump's offering to send in the feds to put a stop to this. Why do you think they're refusing help when, you know, they can't? It doesn't seem like they're handling it themselves.
Oh, man, it's all part of the plan, you know? It's all part of the plan to make them look bad, and to destroy our economy, I think, you know, to make him look bad for the upcoming election. If you looked yesterday, Biden and his running mate, he could barely walk. He couldn't even get his mask on. So, you know, it's hard to take any advice from any of these politicians, but Trump seems to be doing the right thing.
Right. So if you were president, what would you do?
Oh man, I think I would probably give the police a little bit more training. I saw a guy on Joe Rogan. He was an ex-Navy SEAL. Talk about how he goes on training for like maybe a year and a half or like a 6-month deployment. I think the same thing with cops. You know, give them a lot more training and psych evaluations every couple months.
You think they should accept the help and put a stop to, or just let places be burned and looted?
I mean, I think they should. I think it's necessary to bring people in to stop the looting and rioting and destruction, but not to harass people who are peacefully protesting and like trying to have a voice, because black people have never had a voice in this country and they deserve one now. They've always deserved one. So I do agree with stopping the destruction, and if that's necessary to stop that, then so be it. But I also think they also harass a lot of people in some cases. So either way.
Yeah, a lot of people agree the peaceful protesters should be allowed to protest. So anything you want to add, or?
I think it's a great movement. I think the whole Black Lives Matter thing is awesome. Obviously, Black lives do matter, but I think if people really want change, I think white people, non-minorities, need to actually get into the communities of minority communities and actually, experience the culture and actually do something, not just talk about it, but actually be about it, and try to change things that way. Because everyone talks a big game, but until you start actually being in the communities and helping the culture in the communities and infiltrating with it and being a part of it, I think that's really important for people to do.
So do you think these communities are not able to help themselves? Why do they need other people to come in and help them?
I mean, they can help themselves, but white privilege is definitely a thing in this country. And
well, can you explain that? Because I hear that a lot. How is white privilege stopping people from reaching their goals or, doing well in life? Just a few examples.
I mean, just for historically, like stuff like redlining and Jim Crow laws held people back, held minorities back, and white people always had the upper hand and a head start in life, and people are insensitive to that because they just kind of disregard Jim Crow and slavery and all that and think, oh, well, it's today, like you can do anything you want. When, while that's true, there's a lot of people in the black community who do step up and get out of that situation. You can't like generalize the whole population, and so it's definitely people who do have that privilege, that responsibility to help the non-privileged to come up and try to be on the same playing level, because it's never been on the same playing level.